first started, um, h- how did you go about getting your first couple customers? That's one of the things that we really liked finding out on the podcast because there's so many of the people that watch this, they're starting off,
Mhm.
and there's so many different ways and different philosophies and different things, and so everyone has a different way that they started to initially grow to start getting that cash flow in before they, obviously start expanding and getting employees and stuff. So, how did you go about getting your sales and getting customers when you really didn't even know what you were doing? You're just kind of starting off. What was your kind of your method there?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'll go back to before starting Ipro, because starting Ipro, I kind of understood it a little bit,
Yeah.
and I had some contracts, so I had some momentum going. But if I go back to my college roommate's uncle, he just threw me in there, and there was no training whatsoever. It's like, here you go. If you want this to work, you're gonna have to figure this out, because I don't have the money to really put in the training and invest in you. And so, just with the background in hospitality, having the customer service part, really, to me, it's being a people person is half the battle there, and just, going up and talking to people. And so for me, I was knocking on every single door.
Yeah.
I was going down on the main drag in town with my rack cards, my business card, my logo out, apparel. I was knocking on the doors, handing things out. What can I do for you? I don't like to say I'm a yes man, but if there was something that they needed to be done, I would say yes to it, and I would get that done. So in the beginning, it was like, you need cleaning services. Okay, 1 day a week. Okay, we're going to take care of it. And then maybe in that 1 day a week, I would notice that they were painting in there or prepping to paint. And I would say, hey, what's going on here? Are you guys painting this wall? Why didn't you ask me? Because we can handle that, even though we didn't at the time.
Yeah.
So they would say, can you do this? Absolutely.
That
And then
is
I
it.
would go, and then I would go and figure it out.
Yeah.
And so really that's the part, is just going in, asking those questions, knocking on the door. You're just constantly hustling, right? It's a mindset that you have, knocking on the doors to get the business. And then when you get the business, you never know, there's sometimes unlimited other opportunities within that business: carpet cleaning, floor care, window cleaning. And so we just try to hit up as much as possible. Then after, 10, 11, 12 accounts, then, you just continue to go. And, again, I talked, my city that I live in is about 50,000 people. So it's not huge by any means, but there's a lot of opportunity here. But at a certain point, there's only so many big buildings that you can go after. Being in business for so long, I'm not looking at the 1 day a week, 2 day a week, 3 day a week accounts. I'm looking at stuff like 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. And so I've had to expand my coverage area. So I go an hour out, I've got manufacturing plants. I go 2 hours out, I've got data centers, I've got medical facilities, all kinds of stuff. And so just over the course of the last 11 plus years, we've just been expanding into different areas, different markets, and opening up shop and planting our flag down in certain areas. And so, we're in the Seattle area. We're not a big player there. I don't think any of the competition knows we're there, but I can sneak in there and do a couple $1 million a year and nobody knows it. I can
Wow.
do the same. I can do the same thing over in Spokane. I can do the same thing in Portland. I can go down to Boise, Idaho. So we're all over the place.
Yeah.
A lot of windshield time in the beginning, to get it going. But again, it's just once you figure it out, knocking on the doors on what to do. It's kind of a rinse and repeat. You're going to go and do that in another area. And so that's been my mentality, my mindset, and that's what I've done when I get into new areas to kind of break into there, start to grow it, and then maybe we get the sales guys in